Hello everyone, my name is Lanzo90 and welcome to Let's Play Victoria 2. So I've been wanting to play a Paradox game title for a while now, and it's basically just a matter of learning how to play it, because these games are not easy. One way to think of it is like Dwarf Fortress is kind of like a micromanagement based complex game, and Paradox games are macromanagement complex, so it's quite the challenge to figure these things out. So in this game, we can pick to play as any nation, and I've been trying to figure out which one I want to play as. USA is kind of tempting, just because it's where I live and everyone's most familiar with its history and everything. So it's pretty tempting, but on the other hand, I don't really want to play a great power right now, just because. Kind of like they already finished the game pretty much, really, with great powers. And another thing I want to do is I want to make sure I have a location that has a lot of places to expand to. Like one idea I have is to play as Egypt, because they have all of Africa they could possibly expand to if they hurry. But I tried to play as them, and they just don't have like enough population density and education. So kind of slowly cutting down my options. There's also some uncolonized areas over here, and I think most of this would be considered the Philippines. And what I'm basically coming up with is I think Japan is our best bet, because they have a very high population density and literacy rate. I can't say that. Literacy rate. So they can, because right now it says they're a primitive nation, they can quickly become westernized. And then we can start expanding to the uncolonized places. There's lots of mini nations down here that we can conquer pretty easily. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Also, another reason to play like an uncivilized nation like this is it kind of leaves it open for you to pick whatever kind of political decisions you want to make, whereas the other ones are kind of already set up to where they want to be. So we're going to play Japan. Make sure, yeah, it's in the world in 1836. Play Japan. Right, we start paused, which is good. They actually have fewer troops than I saw them have on the Let's Play I was watching to learn how to play the game. All of our troops are irregulars, which are not good at all. We'll probably not be fighting anyone with these irregulars. We're going to wait until we can get actual army going. So, first things first. I guess we can start with the first tab here, which is production, which we can't do anything with because we're not civilized. We can't build any factories. We can look at what kind of production we're making. There's no capitalists, so there's not going to be any projects. Budgets. This is the important one. We're going to cut the military in half, even though we're barely paying them anything as it is. We just don't need them right now. Social spending, there is none, so no big deal. We do have to really tax people here, because we're just leaking money like a scythe. I think it pretty much means we're going to have to tax everyone at maximum. Still not even really enough. Instructions, not anything. Our naval units cost. Yeah, we'll just minimize everything we can. Ooh, don't want that big of a tariff. That'd be crazy. To like a 10% tariff. That's the best we can do right now. No, it's insane to have 100% tax rates, but it's not actually as 100% as it sounds like, because our administrative efficiency here is only 11%. So we're only getting 10% out of our 100%, pretty much. Technology, we can't do any because we're uncivilized. Politics, we do not have any options. Early restoration. Japan is traditionally considered to have been founded by Emperor Jumyu in 660 BC, and while the imperial lineage was considered unbroken since then, the imperial office had throughout the Edo period been reduced and revered and respected, but ultimately politically powerless political institution. By embracing a restoration of imperial rule along with the program of swift industrial modernization, constitutionalism, and economic freedom, Japan might be able to break the fetters placed upon her by the impositions of the Western world. While below at peace is in a sphere of influence, so we're in someone's sphere of influence right now, which is not the best. Means I think we're under America's sphere of influence, which means we can only sell to them more or less. So if we do this, we get lots of research points, which will help us reform. 10 prestige, that's nice, I guess. Research points modifier 30%, which is nice. Pops in Japan gets that support liberal, get 0.5 militancy, no big deal. Ooh, conservative and reactionaries really don't like that, do they? They might actually revolt. That's a lot of militancy. I don't care. We're doing it. We gotta do it. We gotta get our westernization thing up. 10% from land reform. Can we do the next thing? 8,000. I think they changed how much it takes to become civilized, because the Let's Play I watched, it only took the person like an in-game year. This one, it might take a real life year to get. So politics. Can change our party if we wish. I do want a planned economy, though. Limited citizenship. I don't really want free trade or protectionism. Can we build factories? Oops. Build factories, yes. Expand factories, yes. Open, close factory. Nah, we're just going to do planned economy. I like that. Okay. Population. These properly sorted? Yes, they are. And did they rename the regions as well? No. Well, they did rename the regions, but they didn't rename provinces. This used to be the Edo region, I think. I'm not a professional at this game, by the way. Pretty much just started. That's not the tab I want. So in our most populous region, I assume this is the one where... Oh, it's actually not. Where's Edo at, then? There it is. Huh. Kind of surprised that they aren't at the top. Well, here, I'm going to encourage clergymen. Want to try to get that to 2%. That will help us get research points. And I doubt that we have 2, but we're going to try. Nope. Okay, so we can only do it one place at a time. Is that where I have a dock? I have no docks right now. Yeah, I guess I don't have any naval ports, which is kind of strange. Maybe they will auto-build once we level up. I could just know we have that high chance of revolt. How big of supply limits does our nation have? Supply limit of 30, 40. Supply limits are pretty high, so these armies should kind of combine. Just so that they'll be bigger than any force that tries to come at us, bro. Diplomacy, I don't think we can do anything until we become a secondary power at least. Trade, we can't really do anything. Military, we could probably like build troops or something, but all we have is cavalry and irregulars, and I don't want irregulars. Cavalry would be kind of nice. We can support it, but like I said, we don't really need it right now. What kind of ship is this? One clipper transport. That's also different. They used to start with a bunch of commerce raiders and stuff. Okay. Okay, our cash just skyrocketed. Now it's kind of balancing out again. Dried up old traveler is returned from the wilderness, given a whiskey, he says with a hoarse voice, "Gold, I have found gold, a mountain of gold. Gold!" Change trade goods in Kobe to, or Kobe. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to pronounce anything. They get the gold rush effect until, for 2 years basically. Life rating is up and traction immigrants is up. Good. Okay, let's slow things down for a moment. New newspaper. That's news in Japanese up here. It wasn't like that in my Let's Play I watched either. Nothing that applies to us right now. I think I can actually change some of these things. We want to really get the education rate bumped up to like, let's try 65. I'll also try to bump this up to like 65 as well. Okay, we're gonna lower the taxes on the middle class to like 75. Actually not giving us very much money anyway. Poor's doing pretty much fine. Getting their life needs partially fulfilled. Yeah, they're good. The middle class always struggles in this game. It's mostly the artisans that are like private businesses, pretty much. Whoa. Okay, they just had some trouble. Not too worried about the aristocrats. I'm not going for a capitalist nation. I'm going to go for a communist one, pretty much. Yeah, so now we have 2 small armies of 27, which is good. Also going to turn them on hunt rebels. I don't think we'll get any rebels for a really long time, but they need to be ready to go in case that does happen. Basically what will happen is if rebels pop up, they will automatically go and attack them, which is nice. So now we're just kind of waiting for research to catch up. Wow, no one is getting everything that they need, which is weird. Maybe if I reduce the tariff, that will help the artisans at least. I think it does. I could be wrong. Helps them get the goods they need, but makes it harder for them to sell the goods they need. I wish we weren't in a sphere. Are we really in America's sphere right now? Doesn't say we are. But it did on that other menu, so I don't know what that's about. It could be a glitch. Oh, slowly advancing. I can already tell we're doing way better than like how I did when I was playing Egypt. I started recording it for a Let's Play, and then it was just, progress was just way too slow with them. They had like a 10% literacy rate, possibly even less than that. They were pretty much completely losing money. I had to completely tax everyone at 100%. This is all the artisans. They always have trouble. Always. Once we become civilized, we can start building factories, which will really help out with that issue because they can convert over to craftsmen. Are they in the same thing though? No, going down to craftsmen would be a demotion for them. So if I wanted, I could overtax the middle class to try to get the less artisans and make them demote down to like craftsmen. Yeah, these games all have a lot of waiting. All the Paradox games do. Just waiting for our science to get to like 8,000. Right now we're at 6,000 pretty much. Before we'll be able to make another reform, which will put us on the way to being civilized. We're also just watching this number. We're waiting for this to get to 2%. How many clergymen? You want to have 2% clergymen overall. So I assume that the best way to do that is just to put 2% in every province you can, every state. The militancy that we gained from that first decision is already going away. No leaders. Wow, there are big penalties to not having leaders, huh? I didn't know that. Oh, we have a decision. Foreign training methods. Will cost our research points, and I think it's mostly a military thing. Yeah, I'm not concerned about that one. We're going to save for something a little bit more useful for us. Ideally, like the education system one. Where exactly is that? Education reform. We'll have to get more points to get to it, but it will help with getting more research points after that. Lots sitting around and waiting. New newspaper, new upper house. Wow, reactionaries just dropped like a rock. Minus 36% reactionaries. That's actually really impressive. I've never seen a drop like that before. Conservatives skyrocketed from it though, but liberals did go up a little bit. Okay, so politics. We have some new decisions. Is it all military? Yeah, I don't want the military ones. I want the economic ones. I'm not going to focus on war just because it's hard. I'm new to this game still. We will have some engagements and stuff. Like, it'd be kind of nice to take Korea and some of the other like islands and stuff down here. I know we're not going to fight China because that did not end well did not end the best for the player I saw doing it. Although if we wait long enough, they have the Boxer Rebellion, and that just makes them break up significantly. And then we could possibly pick off bits and pieces of them after that. Militancy is dropping. $7,800. We have administrative reform. Do want to do that, but we are going to wait for... Going to move a little bit more slowly, just for a little bit, to get to 9,000 so we can get the education one, because I think that Well, just overall, it'll help us get the other ones. It's a long-term investment. I wish we could spend the money. Ooh, you know what? We actually can't. I'm being a little bit stupid. Oh well, we're actually not gaining very much money right now. It's going up and down. I'll say we can increase this again to like 70. Which will help get our research rate up. Newspaper. You guys can always pause to read this if you like, but pretty much it doesn't matter to us right now because we just don't. We aren't civilized. It's really tempting to do the administrative reform, but now we have the financial reform unlocked. Really want to do the education first. Ooh, we're losing money now. And now we're gaining money. It'll steady out once we can get out of being uncivilized. I don't know why it's varying so much. Part of it could be since people are converting to clergymen, we're losing more industry type people. New upper house has been established. Less conservatives, more reactionary and liberal. Whatevs. It is starting to get a little bit unmanageable. No one is getting beyond their partial life needs, which I don't really understand. It's almost as if no one's giving us, like, food. Like, we don't even have enough food or something. That's basically what that's saying. Education reform. Reformed system. Yes. Didn't even really read what it does. Just more education efficiency, which is awesome. So we can get administrative next to help with taxes. And financial reform would be fine. Is there any reason that we should wait for these, though? We get some automatic railroads for doing that. Ooh, we get like some automatic technologies for reaching these, which I do like. But we can research fast, so it's better that we get these ones at the bottom first that generally help us out. The education one should really, really help us. Okay, Queen Victoria was put on the throne. Ugh, these guys are so slow. Rebel factions are organizing in our country. Japanese reactionaries. Don't care, we will stomp them into the dirt. I have diplomatic points, but I don't think we can spend them. Oh, we can spend diplomatic points. We just can't build other points. Who should we work on? Iberia hates us the most. Who likes us the most? The USA. What does the United Kingdom think of us? Yeah, we should work on the great powers just so they like us and don't really want to kick our butts for any reason. Russia's really close to us and we won't be attacking them anytime soon, so it'd be a good idea to work on them. I don't think anyone else really has holdings by us. I think the Netherlands does. I think we'll just go down the list, though. Could also just give them military access. That might be a bad idea, though. We won't do that. Probably should have done that a little bit sooner. Losing money still, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Let's see, who are the rebels? All of Japan, most militancy, artisans. Lots and lots of artisans. Silly, silly artisans. We do need them right now because we just don't have any other groups to build anything with, but I'll try to lower the taxes on you guys a little bit more. Give you guys down to 65, and I will increase the poor up to 90. Rich can stay up. Okay. I don't like how unsteady our budget is, but whatever. It's going to take a little while to get those points back up. Sorry that the beginning of the game is so slow. Not by speeches and votes of majority are the great questions of time decided, but by iron and blood. A rich new lode of iron has been discovered in the Amori mine. While the ore is rich, it is located in perilous depths that is just beyond the reach of our present mining technology. We could attempt to extract the ore, but doing so will carry with it the cost of lives and blood. Pop militancy 0.01 in Amori only. Mining efficiency goes up by 125%. All laborers in Amori should take a look at Amori, wherever it might be. Amari? It's not Amori. Probably looked it over, didn't I? No, there it is. Laborers. You are kind of militant. Stay deep and greedily. We need money. Using so much money. Oh, now we're getting money again. Between the United Kingdom and Burma. Brazil goes to war. American-French relations. So slow at the start of the game. No revolt risk yet. I'll squish him if the time comes. Come on, money, I need to stabilize. Okay. Well, we're about out of time for this episode, so I hope you all enjoyed and have a good day.